Hey family, guess what? It's Haywood Barber, the original money coach. Some even call me the Harlem Heretic, but I like to just refer to myself as Haywood the Helper. And I like to do as much as I can to give hope to as many as possible, and inspiration and belief in oneself. Actually, today we're going to talk about a little bit about self-confidence. And I know it's a thing that a lot of people deal with. I know it's a thing that I've dealt with a lot with myself, with different projects and different enterprises that I've done over the years. And just to I don't know if I want to call it blame, because the only person that I can really blame is myself, right? Can't really blame anybody for the lack of confidence, the lack of self-belief, the lack of doubt that we come into on as we go along, throughout our lives. And I mean, and it happens. And it's just something that you have to overcome. And that's the deal. I was listening to an audio the other day talking about Henry Fonda, and I don't know, some of you might not know who Henry Fonda is, but he's an actor that's been around, pretty famous, been around for a long time, and a couple of his children actually were actors as well. That's pretty much probably around my age group. But anyway, the point is that this guy, famous actor, worked up into his 70s and 80s, but it was noted that he was still throwing up before performances into his 70s. And the only reason why I'm saying that, and there might be a lot of you out there that don't have problems with confidence and self-confidence, and then there might even be some of you that don't acknowledge that you have self-confident problems. And that's not my deal here. All I'm talking about is me and some of those that are willing to acknowledge the issues. And I think that if we're going to be real about growing in life, we have to be real about the truth of who we are. See, we to thy own self be true, right? It's in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And all the great talkers of life talks about we have to be true to ourselves. And I'm an alcoholic, and I'm a recovering alcoholic, and sometimes I've fallen off the wagon. But one thing that I know that I have to always acknowledge, and even in the AA book, the big book, always talks about we have to surrender, and we have to acknowledge what the issues are, because if you don't acknowledge what the issues are, you can't move forward. So this is the same thing with confidence. Acknowledge that your confidence might suffer from time to time, and then it's easier to work on it. And that's certainly been the truth for me. And I know a lot of the students and a lot of people that I've consulted over the years, it's the truth with them. And once we can acknowledge what the issues are, typically we can move forward and actually, in some cases, just plow down. And just make things just happen. Because it's a platform, it's a launch pad. Once we acknowledge what the issues are, then we can identify them, and then we can move from there with super force. Just move and just go. So anyway, I want to talk about that, and I don't want to belabor the point, but that is probably the most important piece. Acknowledge that you might have some confidence issues. And if those issues are holding you back from accomplishing your goals and some of your dreams and your big aspirations, then easily I say to you, concentrate on making incremental moves away from or towards having an abundance of confidence. Because the truth of the matter is, who's better than you? You are unique. What is it? The numbers, range, about how many sperms it took to make a you. To make a you. Somewhere around I've heard 1 million, I've heard 60 million. I've heard 40 million. It doesn't matter. The fact that you are here makes you one in that million or 40 million or that 60 million. So that means that you are a power within itself. You are an enigma. You are the bomb. And as a result of that, there shouldn't be anything that should ever stop any of us, even me, even the times when I've had my challenges with confidence. And you know, it's amazing too, because we can have some of the most successes that we could ever have, and then a month later still doubt ourselves, which to me is a mind blower, because I mean, I have achieved some incredible things. I mean, I've achieved, you know, the deals that I've done in real estate investing, the houses that I've helped people accomplish to acquire, and the people that personally I've been able to help them overcome their various challenges in order to be who they want to be. And then I still have self-doubt, right? I still have that chitter chatter, that negative chatter that comes to me. And I say that, and I know that it happens to other people. I know I'm not unique in that position. But I say to you that it's still just like Henry Fonda, still going through the challenges of before he performs, going on stage and still throwing up with nervousness. It's just going to be, right? We're going to be nervous. So if we're going to be nervous, accept that and then just keep moving on anyway, right? What's the old saying is, you know, feel the fear and move into it anyway. And I say, yeah, do that. Let's do that. Let's be real about that and understand that. It's no big deal. But the more that we move into the fear and the self-doubt that we have, we move into it and embrace it, the less likely it is to impede us. The less likely it is to stop us. The less likely it is to thwart our movement into going to the next level. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today. I'm going to put a couple of videos together on self-confidence and a couple of techniques. But this one that we just talked about, move into it anyway, right? Because the more that you move into it, then you realize, right? And this has been my case, and I'm giving you my actual case, right? Some stuff that I've read about, and some stuff, or most stuff, is what I've actually done to increase my confidence, and that is to move into it anyway. Do it anyway. Do not let yourself talk yourself into moving away from it or giving yourself an excuse not to do it. And I know that's the tendency, and that's my tendency, and a lot of my students and the people that I've consulted over the years, that's what they say, is that they have actually shrunk back into not making any moves. And they give themselves the perfect excuse. And you got to know this. This is so important right here, is that we will talk ourselves out of the things that we are uncomfortable with and give us justification for not moving forward all the time. So this isn't something that's unique to you and just me. This is unique to everyone. And then even the people on the real high scales, like the Trumps and the Robert Kiyosakis and the Gates, it still happens to everybody. But what they have done differently than a lot of people is they have learned to move forward anyway. Continue to move on. Pursue. Forge ahead. Same thing with a lot of the great generals and the great military people over the years. And the reason why they get the Medal of Valor and things like that is because they can move forward despite the chatter that tells you that you can't do it. And all of us have that. All right, but anyway, we're going to talk more about that. This is Haywood Barber of Smart Life University, and you can always go to our website as we continue to build it for you. SmartLifeUniversity.com. That is SmartLifeUniversity.com. SmartLifeUniversity.com. You can also see us on LRE, the number one, on the number one.com. LRE, the number one, ON, the number one.com, LRE1on1.com. Thanks, y'all.